Hello and welcome to WCSN's coverage of ASU baseball. I'm Allyson Cummings alongside Ben Margiott and Ryan Hill. And so, guys, ASU will be hosting their home opener against Bethune-Cookman this upcoming weekend. And here's what I want to know. What do you consider the strengths, and what are each team going to bring to the table?
Well, Bethune-Cookman is going to bring, the typical Bethune-Cookman Wildcat playing style. They've won 7 straight titles in the MEAC. They have an incredible run in that conference. It's not the strongest conference out there in Division I baseball, but the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats know what they're doing out there. They're going to come out excited, just as the Sun Devils are, to start off this brand new 2013 season.
Yeah, like you said, Bethune-Cookman, they do have similar problems that ASU has. They are a very young team. They had 6 incoming freshmen and 4 JUCO transfers coming into this year, and they do lose their ace of their staff, Ryan Gonzalez, who finished with 9 wins last year and was drafted by the Colorado Rockies in the 42nd round.
And so, guys, this upcoming weekend, ASU fans will get the opportunity to see Trevor Williams, the starting pitcher, on Friday nights. He's created quite the hype this offseason. Can you guys talk a little bit about him?
Well, Trevor Williams has really been just an incredible story here for ASU baseball at Packard Stadium. He's an incredible right-hander. He's got so much control out there on the mound, and he's going to have a great year as the Friday night starter. What I'm looking for Trevor Williams to do is to come out and establish that he's confident, he's ready, he's going to establish his fastball, his off-speed pitches, and be able to really establish some confidence and control moving through, knowing that he's going to be the Friday night starter, the guy that ASU baseball is going to rely on to put them in position to win games on Friday nights.
Exactly. Trevor Williams, big kid, 6'3", 225, throws mid-90s, has a 4-seam, 2-seam, slider, curve, change. Fastball and the curveball, the 4-seam fastball and the curveball seem to be his strongest pitches. They both look very tight coming out of his hand. Slider definitely is a little bit of work, and also his changeup does have great action. As far as accolades, what more do you need from him? 13 preseason All-American, Team USA, pitched in the Cape Cod League, 3rd in the Pac-12 last year in ERA. Kid's got it all. Look for him this year to be drafted very high.
All right, guys, now I want to transition this a little bit into ASU's bullpen. As you know, they lost their closer last year. How do you see ASU's bullpen changing this year? Are you going to anticipate a problem, or is it going to be fine?
Definitely expect this incoming freshman class, to come in and replace a hard-throwing right-hander like Jake Barrett. We have a hard-throwing right-hander from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, Ryan Burr. I've heard he's hopped up around 97 to 98 miles an hour, and also a left-hander from Chicago, Brett Lilick, who also throws mid-90s. And honestly, the young freshman class, they will be thrown into the fire early, as Tim Esmade said, and saying that these young bucks will definitely get be thrown into the fire early.
And look for Matt Dunbar to kind of take over that senior closer role that Jake Barrett fulfilled last year. He was drafted by the Arizona Diamondbacks, but look for Matt Dunbar to fill in that role. He's going to establish himself as one of the top pitchers that ASU looks for to close out the game. Jake Barrett saved 11 games last year. Matt Dunbar is going to try and keep up with that pace. Only time will tell if he'll be able to do that.
And, guys, one thing that is definitely noticeable is both teams lost some of their powerhouse offensive players. You know, for ASU, you got the Joey DeMichaels, you have the Andrew Applin, to name a few, and you have, like, Rashad Johnson from Bethune-Cookman. Are you seeing more of a pitching duel this upcoming weekend where just that one pitch left hanging is going to kill him? Or are you going to say no? There's going to be a lot of hits this weekend.
It's the start of the season. I do see a lot of hits going on. Pitchers are going to come out and try and establish their fastball command. They're going to try and mix in some off-speed, but fastball command is definitely one of the things that is going to be established. And hitters, they're going to try and be aggressive. They're going to try and get their timing down, and especially see a lot of hits going on this entire weekend. And for ASU, look for Nathaniel Causey and Roderick Bridgewater to break out. They're big kids, both over 6 feet, over 210 pounds. They got a lot of pop, and Nathaniel Causey also led true freshman in batting average with 288 last year.
Look for the Sun Devils to come out hitting strong. They're going to be really confident coming in this opening series. They just beat the Alumni 21-2. I don't know if that really means anything. But they're going to come out hitting strong. They're going to be able to get on top of pitches. These Bethune-Cookman pitchers, aren't the best in Division I baseball. So ASU Sun Devils are going to be able to put up several runs in each of these 3 games this weekend. And I think we'll get to predictions here in a minute, but I'll start it off and say that they're going to follow after ASU softball and sweep their first series of this 2013 season.
All right, Ben, you mentioned it. Now I want to get to the big question being predictions. Where do you see this series going?
I definitely see ASU winning out. I definitely see us winning out. There's no dilly-dallying with this season. We go to Tennessee next weekend. We have the Coca-Cola Classic against top-ranked Arkansas and the tough SEC play. Sun Devils have no time to button down the hatches and get ready for the season. They have to win out.
I agree with Matt there. Ryan there.
Thinking of Matt Dunbar.
I'm thinking of Matt Dunbar, exactly. But I agree with Ryan for sure. The Sun Devils are going to be really coming out trying to establish a tempo, a rhythm to win games against kind of these lower quality opponents where they really need to stack up some wins moving into conference play. The Pac-12 is just so strong this year. I believe 6 out of the 12 Pac-12 teams were ranked in collegiate baseball's preseason poll, obviously not including Colorado, so 11. But the Pac-12 is a strong conference this year, so look for Sun Devils to kind of establish this tempo, this rhythm early on, get easy wins against a Bethune-Cookman team that really isn't up to the talent level of ASU.
All right, well, that'll do it for this week's preview of the series for ASU baseball, brought to you by the WCSN. For Ryan Hill and Ben Margiott, I'm Allyson Cummings.